Let's go out to East Vale, California, and talk to Brian. Brian, thanks for calling and thanks for holding. You're on with Dr. Singh.
Oh, hi, Jesse. Hi, Dr. Singh.
Hey, Brian.
Morning.
How you doing, sir?
Well, I'm doing okay. I just wanted to let everybody know about my visit to Dr. Singh's office.
Oh, good.
Yeah, for about 4 years, I've had this serious problem with my left shoulder, right where the bicep meets the pectoralis right there, right in that, they call it an insertion joint.
Right.
Whenever I would exercise, like lift heavy weight overhead, or when I went on the gymnastic rings, something I've been advised against doing. I'm 56 years old, but I just like doing it.
Yeah, I understand.
So, I would get this sharp stabbing pain, a pain that would just stop me in my tracks. I'd have to jump off the rings or drop the weight because it was just excruciating pain. So I had been to the doctors. I went to my general practitioner. He referred me to an orthopedist, MD, who sent me to a physical therapist.
Yes.
And, they didn't work. I went to an active reflex technician. I went to a guy who gave prolotherapy injections where they inject dextrose into your shoulder.
Right.
I had platelet-rich plasma injections where they take the platelet-rich plasma out of your blood and they inject it there. I went to a chiropractor, a deep tissue massage, sports therapist,
wow,
electronic muscle stimulation. Nothing, Jesse. All these professionals, I really believe they tried to help me and do their best.
Right.
But they couldn't do a thing. It really didn't change at all after all of those years of treatment.
That's amazing. You went through all that, man.
Listen, I'm very dedicated. I like to exercise rigorously.
Yes.
And maybe it's something wrong with me, but I just like doing it.
Yeah.
So I was dedicated to get better, and I heard you talking about Dr. Singh, and I thought, what the heck, why not give him a try? I absolutely know nothing about Chinese medicine.
Right.
So I made an appointment. I went over to his office there in Los Angeles off of Melrose. His office is kind of a peaceful place. I don't know if you've ever been there.
Sure is.
Yeah.
It really is.
Anyhow, he asked me some questions.
You could get healed just by visiting the office, sitting around there.
Yeah, it's kind of serene there.
Yeah.
Anyhow, he asked me some questions about myself and what my symptoms were, of course, and what my diet was like, my sleep habits, etc.
Right.
Anyhow, he proceeded to perform his treatment on me, which included acupuncture, which I never felt. I never knew he had a needle in me.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
If anybody wonders if acupuncture hurts, not when Dr. Singh applies it.
Yeah.
And he rubbed some compound on my back. I didn't know what he was doing, honestly. It's a little esoteric for me, because I'm typically used to just conventional medicine. But
right.
Then he stuck his finger. One thing he did is he stuck his finger into that joint, that particular joint that's killing me.
Uh-huh.
He stuck it in so deep I thought his hand was going to come out the back, through my back. Anyhow, he showed me some movement exercises and some stretching. He said, it would recuperate my shoulder. And he gave me this herbal formulation, some sort of Chinese medicine, I guess, that you drink as a tea twice a day. And I'll cut to the chase. The pain all went away. It's all gone, Jesse.
Wow.
4 years of what all the doctors could do combined, this guy did in less than an hour.
Yep.
The pain is gone. I mean, if I was a girl, I'd start getting emotional right now. But I don't know what to say. I don't know how to even put it. I don't know how to even put it into words.
Yeah.
What I feel towards this doctor right now. I'm just so grateful towards you, Dr. Singh.
Thank you, Brian.
And I just want to let everybody know that this guy just doesn't talk the talk. He really has incredible healing talents.
I know what you're saying to be true because I have a very good friend who was having a lot of back pain, and I remember seeing him at times just spread out on the floor because he couldn't move. He couldn't get up off the floor. Man, I would feel bad for him, and I recommended that he go to Dr. Singh. And he had gone to other doctors, too, for the back pain, and they have done different things, but nothing would work. He went to Dr. Singh, and right away, the pain started to leave, and now he's doing very well. And I asked him whenever I see him now, how's your back? Oh, it's fine. He's not having problems. He's now exercising again and back at it. And honestly, no other doctor was able to help him until he went to Dr. Singh. So I believe your story because I've seen what he can do. And also, I go to him myself.
So I just have one. Well, I've got a question for Dr. Singh.
Okay.
And that is, what did you do? What did you do to me? I don't really understand what you did. Could you explain it a little bit without giving away any trade secrets?
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm happy to give away trade secrets because, I want everybody to get better. But, there's an element of it that's beyond the mind. So we'll just say that, and it's God's grace. Would definitely want to say that first. There's things that get congested in the channels. So we want to move the congestion out of the channels and reactivate the muscles. Remind them of how they're supposed to be, kind of reset them.
And that's what you did?
Yeah, and then, you take the bad energy out, put the good energy in.
So you reactivate it by going down in there to that joint.
You have to listen to the body, and then you work with it.
And you reactivated the muscles and things that were not functioning, or?
Yeah, so what you do is, in healing, the first thing that you do is you get out of the way. You step out of the way, so it's not you.
Right.
And then you listen to the body, and then you respond to what the body says, and the body will tell you what it needs to bring itself back to homeostasis.
That's amazing.
Well, I'll tell you, I do some kind of pretty physical things when I exercise. One of them is I'd like to do the Olympic weight moving moves, which is the clean and jerk and the snatch. The snatch is the most radical of the two in the sense that you pick the weight up off the floor and you use your body as a catapult to kind of hurl it into the air, and you drop underneath the bar and catch the bar with your arms locked.
Oh, yeah. Brian, hold for a minute. I'm sorry. I want people to hear this because I know what you're saying is to be true.
And he's doing huge weight also, which is really inspiring.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Brian's great. He's doing huge weight with
wow. All in the name of Jesus.
Hallelujah.
Back in a moment. I'm talking with Dr. Singh. He's here every Thursday in the last hour of the show. Also, he's going to give out his information for those who want to visit with him or contact him. I want to go back to Brian. Let me ask you about Brian. Brian mentioned that Brian, you say you're 56 years old?
Yeah.
Brian is old, huh?
The other doctors just told me to hang it up, basically.
Yeah, because you're old.
Yeah.
And you're white.
They don't even need to watch people doing those kinds of exercises.
I know, at that age.
Right. Yeah. I don't think people are really old until after 95.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And, Brian, it's inspiring.
Yeah.
The weight that you're lifting.
Oh, yeah. Finish telling us about the weight you were telling before.
Well, I mean, normally when I would do those moves, which are potentially dangerous to your joints, I just have to throw the weight down and just give up and wait till my shoulder to heal to try again a month later. And but nothing, Jesse. No pain at all. It's gone.
Wow.
Pain disappeared.
I
it
know
disappeared.
It, man. I believe it. Yeah.
Another thing, normally if I get up on the rings, I like to go on the gymnastic rings and do moves. Another thing that's potentially dangerous, you're up there off the ground and standing on your head doing push-ups and things.
Yeah.
And that stabbing pain would always come into my joint, just the paralyzing pain almost. It's gone. I don't even feel a twinge of it.
That's
Nothing.
Amazing.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
People throw out that word a lot, like incredible and awesome. These are appropriate words here.
Yeah.
They're really what Dr. Singh can do is. They say, well, you have to believe you're going to be healed. If you're going to get healed, you got to have faith. I didn't have any faith in him when I walked in the door.
Right.
I was just ready to get disappointed again, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So when this came along, overjoyed. That's all I can say.
And you first heard of Dr. Singh here on the show?
I heard of him through you. And anybody else that's listening out there, if you have a persistent problem, a pain, or whatever, you need to give this doctor a shot. He's extremely talented. extremely talented.
Yeah, that's for sure. Thank you, Brian, man. That's a great testimony. Thank you so much.
Thank
You're
you, Brian,
welcome.
and thanks for the inspiration too with your weightlifting.
Thank you. And do I need to take more of that formulation you gave me? I used just about the whole thing up.
You could do another bottle.
I could do another bottle of it. Okay.
You want me to send that out to you?
Yeah, just bill me for it.
Will do.
All right. Thank you.
All right. God bless, Brian.
All right.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thanks, Brian. I remember when Andre, my engineer, was having an issue with his hair. Mm-hmm. His little hair was falling out.
Yeah.
And it was like more than just falling out. It was like ball. Like he had ball spot. It looked like, in some of those fields where you can lay the hay down, make the hay lay down. And then
like
you
a
draw.
crop circle.
Yeah, it looked like that.
Yeah, you could actually see it because we did a video testimonial. Andre was gracious enough to.
Right.
Yeah. So you can see if you go to the YouTube page, go to the website and then hit the YouTube on the bottom or just click the video links on the left side. And you can see pictures of the bald spots.
Well, what's the website?
The website is healingenergy.org, HEALING, energy, ENERGY.org.
My heart went out to Andre. Little bald spots everywhere. He had to wear a hat every day, a cap because he was embarrassed by it. But you made his hair come back. And so after that, we started calling you God. What did you do for him to make his hair come back like that? I mean, it came back. It's full back. It's not like halfway back.
Yeah, and you can see those pictures, too. It's fun to see that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
Are you able to share that with us, what you did for him? Or
yeah, and
can you do that for anybody that's going bald?
Yeah, there's two different kinds of baldness. There's where it's in spots, and then there's the total baldness.
Right.
So, first of all, it's God's the doer of all.
Right.
So let's just say that, let's give credit where credit's due. And then there's 3,000 years of development into the Chinese medicine. So, we also want to have some, appreciation for that.
Yes.
And so, with the alopecia, that's the balding spots.
And that's what he had?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So what you want to do is, again, you want to tonify the organs and the organ systems that are relating to those causing conditions that are causing the balding. Open the channels and build the body back up by bringing the life force also to the area. So
really?
that's an indication that there are other things happening in the body that need to be addressed as well. So it's not just the bald spots that go away, but the whole body gets healthier.
It was really, and I know I'm joking around a little bit, but it was really amazing to see his hair come back because it was all gone.
Yeah.
It was clean as though he had shaved it. I don't know if he could have gotten that clean with a shaver. And it was just spots. And since he has this thick black hair, the bald spots stood out, really stood out. And I went on my knees for him and in prayer. And he went and saw you, and the hair's back.
Nice.
That was a miracle. Also, he lost weight, too, because when he first came to work here, he was fat as a pig. And he went
to... laughing over it.
Yeah. He went to see you, and he started eating right after that. I would see him come in bringing all these fruits and things and just cut them up and eating them. He just lost weight.
Yeah, and then the eating right helps everything.
Yeah.
And so the stress gets helped. It all works together, and that's, why... common sense medicine is a phrase that I'm, more and more feeling good about. It's common sense and discipline.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that's what's missing, too.
Yeah.
So alopecia, is that what you said it's called? And so what causes that exactly?
So alopecia, it can be caused by different things. Typically, it's what's known as a kidney deficiency. And that doesn't mean the actual physical organs, but that means the organ systems.
Right.
So it means the body's under a lot of stress and it's worn down. So the body really needs to be replenished.
Okay.
And then the channels need to be reopened to that area.
Wow. I've noticed, too, since Andre's little hair came back, he stays with eating right and everything. I guess he's afraid to lose the hair again, so...
He just likes it. He was having that apple earlier, right?
Yeah, no, he does. That's all the way I see him eat now.
Yeah, those things are great to see, too. Those
it is. It's really encouraging. We didn't get into the aging thing.
Yes.
And Brian mentioned that he was 56 years old, and I know that you really have very interesting stuff to say about that.
Yeah, thanks. And remember, Brian's 56 years young.
Oh, that's what it is?
Yeah, you don't really get old until after 95.
Oh, okay. I don't feel my age. I'm 64, but I don't know it. It doesn't register for me.
Yeah, you're one of those people, too, that, I feel are inspiring regarding age. And that's the thing, is age is relative.
Yeah.
So, you're in your 60s, but really you're like 40,
Mentally, I think I'm 3.
What do they call that?
Mental illness. No, go ahead.
I think that's the childlike nature.
Yeah, undeveloped mind or something. Go ahead.
So, aging's relative, and there's a lot of people I get inspired by these people all the time, by patients and students, in their 70s that are like 40. I have a patient, 71. She was leg pressing 500 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's just a mental thing, this whole age. It's how you...
It's a mental thing, but it's also, again, common sense and discipline and how you're taking care of it. It's like an old classic car, right? You can see one old classic car in the front yard, in some rural neighborhood. It's all rusted and it's gone to, hell in a handbasket.
Right.
And then you see the same classic car in a museum, and it's just pristine and it's been taken care of. And that's kind of like aging. You can, if you take care of it, then it's really something special. Those classic cars, you look at them,
That's right.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. I noticed, too, older people tend to talk about their age, and they say it in a way that holds them back in life.
Right.
Because it looks as though they're expected not to do certain things or be a certain way once they get a certain age, but I don't have that mentality.
Right, and you have the mentality of the joy and the lightness, and you're not carrying all the baggage.
Right.
So that's part of it, too, because when you get older, there's so much opportunity for happiness.
Yes.
It's like life starts again, and the idea is to have that twinkle in your eye and that peace and that kindness and that grace.
Can we talk more about this next week?
Absolutely.
About aging? And don't let me forget, all right? Let the producer know so you put on the paperwork.
Will do.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you.
Your phone number?
323-651-1450.
651-1450.
Yes.
323 error code.